Hello everybody, it's Clay, and this is my second day at home, and I'm loving every minute of it. This morning I got to sleep until 11:30, and I didn't have a roommate who was yelling during his sleep and making noise in the morning getting up and having his girlfriend come in and sit on the bed while she just kind of stares at me while I sleep. Which happens sometimes, and I'll get up and she'll just be sitting on that bed, and then I have to shower and get ready and get dressed while she's just sitting there, and I kind of have to go behind this little wall of privacy that's not much of a wall at all, and it's not a great situation. And then one morning I woke up and she was just in bed with him, and they were just sleeping together, and it was really awkward, and I just kind of had to ignore it and go shower and get ready again while she's just laying in there. But today I went to a movie, and then I did a 3-page paper, which was not fun, but I was glad to get it out of the way, because now I'm free for the rest of the weekend, and I got it done fairly quickly, which was good. And then I got to spend the night with a friend, Spencer, who I haven't seen in quite a while. He's the first friend I've seen since I went off to college, so it was a real treat to get to see him and hang out. And then tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be seeing another friend, and that should be fun. Now, I said on the last installment episode that I wanted the next one to have kind of a theme. And so the theme for that is going to be The Big Lebowski, which is one of my absolute favorite movies, and lately I've kind of been hurled into, kind of reminded and how much I love it and why it's such a great movie. If you haven't heard of The Big Lebowski, there it is. I'm sorry about these, two things of light. This room really isn't great for doing these videos, because the light shines down, and this is where I kind of have to have the computer for it, so I kind of try to turn it to make it look a little better. But this is a fantastic movie. There's Jeff Bridges, who plays the dude, who's just an amazing character. Walter, who's played by John Goodman. And I'm not even going to try to explain the plot, because that would be a fruitless attempt. It's kind of complicated and muddled, and it doesn't matter. The plot really couldn't matter less. The point is that it's so funny, and it's just fantastic. If you haven't seen it, please do. I hope that if you see it and you've watched this video, that you'll leave a comment saying what you thought of it, or something of that nature. Because all people who love The Big Lebowski, there's kind of a connection. Like, one person can you may not even know someone, but if you hear them drop a little line, like, they'll say something like, 8-year-olds, dude. And you'll just kind of know, like, oh, Big Lebowski. If you hear them say, shut the up, Donnie. And something like that, so it's great. If you have seen the movie, if you haven't, then see it. You need to check out on iTunes, search The Big Lebowski, and you'll come up with a Big Lebowski podcast, which is a group of people who just, once a month, they do an installment, and they just talk about the movie, and it's fantastic. They cover things from just the movie in general, to they'll focus on a certain character, or they'll do the role that feminism plays in the movie, like the women that are depicted, because there's not very many, and so they really get into it, which is great, because there's a lot to kind of study in the movie. It's a movie that the more times you see it, you realize just how layered it is and how much there really is there. And then the other thing that I'm really excited about lately is this. I'm Lebowski, You're Lebowski, Life, the Big Lebowski, and What Have You, which is a book written by these guys who do something called Lebowski Fest, which is once a year. They have a Big Lebowski festival, and people come dressed up like the characters, and sometimes they'll have actors from the movie there, and I hear it's great. I haven't been. I'd love to go. I have a t-shirt from it that I ordered off the internet. It says, do you see what happens, Larry? Which, again, if you've seen the movie, you know. I'm very excited about it because it's such a great book, and it's really interesting, and they have interviews with the actors and things like Mad Libs, to where you can fill in the blank for curse words in the movie, because it's a very foul language filled movie. And the movie's not like foul, like it's a very good hearted movie. It's not a kind of crass, yucky movie or that tries to be, you know, it's just, it is what it is, and it's amazing. And what's great is that it's kind of this ultimate cult movie because it has just the right following. It's not so overdone like something like Napoleon Dynamite, where, you know, everyone was always quoting it, and it's just this kind of overblown. And it's also not really small to where like 10 people, you know the movie. It's just the right size for a great cult following. And just people, like in this book, people know characters from the dude to Liam, who's Jesus' bowling partner, who doesn't have a line in the movie, but I mean, people just know these characters because there's just something memorable about it. So if you haven't seen it, you've got to, because it's just, it will change your life. It's pretty amazing. So yeah, I'm here for Sunday, and then I'm going back to San Antonio. I don't know if I mentioned, I go to the University of Texas at San Antonio. I tried to get into University of Texas, but I didn't quite make the cut. So they do what's called a CAP program, which they send you to another school that they're like affiliated with, and if you get a 3.2 GPA or above, then they'll let you go to Austin next year. So I'm hoping that's what I'll do, because, not to boast, but I really don't know why I didn't make it into Austin. I had pretty good credentials for it, but I'm sure a lot of people say that too. So yeah, I'm back to San Antonio. Let's hope things get better. Maybe I'll actually make some friends. I did meet a guy named Dan in our hall, and I have a Big Lebowski poster, and he pointed it out, and he was like, "Hey, Big Lebowski," and so we kept quoting it, and it's just that kind of the Lebowski connection. And so we were thinking about making some flyers and holding like a Big Lebowski screening, and so everyone in the dorm can just come watch it if they haven't seen it, or if they have. Because chances are, if you've seen the Big Lebowski, you love it. That's most people's opinion. I don't really know anyone that's seen it. It's been like, he's alright. I mean, it's almost guaranteed that you'll love it. And again, the more times you watch it, the better it is. So, I guess that's all for today, and say hello to Katie, and you've done very well on your videos lately, and I look very, very much looking forward to seeing you this weekend. That will be, or next weekend, however you want to put it. I'm really looking forward to it, can't wait. So, I will see all of you tomorrow. All, like, 15 of you. I'm slowly getting viewers, and I got a subscription. Hello to my subscriber. I'm not sure your name right now. I can't look at it. I saw it earlier. It's Liz something. So, first subscriber. How about that? It makes me feel special. Thank you very much. I hope this episode was satisfactory. Tell me what you think about the Big Lebowski if you've seen it. And if you haven't, then see it. And feel free to say what you want. If you've seen it and you don't like it, tell me you don't like it. I'm not gonna... I hate it when people change their opinions so that people hear what they want to hear. I like, say what you think. So, hopefully I'll hear back from more of you, and everyone have a great night.